everyone, welcome back to my channel, Delicious Budgeting. My name's Anna. I have my husband Ernie with me today. So today we're gonna go a little more in depth about our New York trip, go way more into detail, where we stayed at, what we liked and didn't like. This is just our experiences, also some tips that we learned along the way. So if you're interested, stay tuned. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I focus on content such as beauty, lifestyle, and how to save money. So if you're interested, please hit the subscribe button down below. Also, let's give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to turn on notifications. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday. And let's just go ahead and dive right into it.
First, I want to talk about where we stayed at. We stayed in the INNSIDE New York NOMAD. It was in the Chelsea area. It was actually quite centrally located. It was close to a bunch of subways. It was very quiet. It was very modern and clean. The staff was very friendly. Some perks that we both enjoyed was the free water, the free sparkling water as well. It did have a credit of $148 for a Costco card, which we used later on when we got home, as well as they offered a 15% off at their restaurant. It's called the Wilson, but they had just a bunch of seafood, which we both just didn't find anything we would eat. It was also kind of pricey, so we just decided to venture out and try some actual New York food.
So by booking with Costco, they do pay your daily resort fee, which is really nice because if you book through other sites, you have to pay that out of pocket. So in the end, Costco does become cheaper in some cases. So definitely check that out. This video is not sponsored by Costco. I wished, right? So another perk that we liked at the hotel, they had like beautiful like outdoor scenery. So they had like this rose garden area, which I showed in my video, my vlog. So definitely check that out. So pretty. We're like the only ones there. Lots of good photo opportunity and good like for vlogging as well. And it was free. You didn't have to pay extra for it. So it was nice just to have like a little cocktail there. First, we were going to stay in a hotel in Times Square, but when I was looking at the reviews, they were not very good. Like a lot of people were saying it was super loud, super crowded. The staff was rude. It was dirty. And I didn't even like think about it. I'm like, duh, like it's Times Square. Like there's so many lights. Like that could be annoying as well. But when I was doing my research on where to stay at, it did say Times Square is like the most centrally located and best if it's your first time visiting New York. But once I just dived a little bit further into it, I just decided the Chelsea area was better for us. So if you're cool with that, great, but just keep that in mind. Also, really read the hotel reviews because some of them are so ridiculous. Like I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh, why does it get 2 stars? Some people are like, oh, this hotel doesn't have a restaurant inside. The staff didn't wish my wife and I happy anniversary. I'm like, okay, like no one said happy anniversary to us. Like I didn't really care, but a lot of them were like complaining about like not having restaurants inside the hotel or them not like complimenting them on something. Or my personal favorite was they're like, oh, my hotel is like 300 square feet. I'm like, yeah, those are average size hotel rooms. So a lot of people would complain about like the size. Ours was pretty small, but it was like fine for what we needed. We just needed somewhere to sleep and to shower, and that was pretty much it. The only downside, I would say, there wasn't much counter space, so I really didn't have an area to put like my makeup products, so it did take me a lot longer to get ready because I would bring in like a few at a time. It was very modern, very clean, and very quiet, so definitely keep that in mind and just kind of do your research. But for us, at least, the Chelsea area was a good experience. And if you do visit Times Square, no matter what time during the day, it is super crowded, super chaotic. Like I thought all of New York was gonna be like that. Oh my, I've never seen a more crowded place in my life.
So after you secure your hotel, one thing we both like to do is we like to check the surrounding areas. Location is key, whether you're going to check out some monuments, attractions, but if you're a foodie like us, you gotta make sure what food places are around you, coffee shops, bars, desserts. So that's also something you should look at once you book your hotel. Slice of pizza, some bagels. We both like to drink coffee in the morning.
Don't go to Starbucks. There's so many Starbucks. I'm like, no.
Try some, what we like to do is we like to try places that we don't have back home.
Like purposely, like
yeah.
Try not to eat where we're comfortable at. They have like Gregory's Coffee, which is like a huge chain out there. They have such a large menu. I'm sure like anyone could find something to drink there. They have like matcha, chai lattes, tea, coffees. So to see the main attractions, Ernie and I got the New York City Pass. There are different versions though. I'll try to have it linked down below if you want to check it out. So with any like major big city, they're gonna have a city pass. So it is good to look at and compare the prices to admission to see if it really is saving you money or not. There's like one New York Pass where you can like pre-book like 10 attractions and it's a flat price. But what I liked with our city pass, we chose the 3-day pass. We can like see and do as much as we can possibly fit into our schedule. So we weren't limited to like 10 or anything like that. Like just basically however much you can fit into your itinerary, you can utilize that for. So
until we couldn't walk no more.
Right. Ernie and I were limping like the first day, and he like twisted his ankle.
My ankle the first day.
Yeah, lots of walking, so definitely bring a good pair of walking shoes. Don't bring high heels, don't bring sandals. It's not worth it, girl. Just get some cute like shoes. Definitely check out my video, my try on, and see what I wear. It can still be stylish and still be comfortable. Even then, I got bruises and my like legs swelled up. Anywho, the first 3 days we just like crammed like the must-see attractions in there. So like the first day we saw like the top of the rock, the Empire State Building, and then we did like a ghost tour, just to name a few. I try to plan like the must-sees in the first few days just so I know, okay, we saw that, we don't have to worry about like missing it or something happening. So that's what I like to do.
A helpful tip is if someone's getting the city pass on their phone, just in case you don't have a portable charger, or if it's not working, like what happened to us. In case her phone died. So make sure whoever gets it, just forward it to whoever's in your group. That way, in case or whatever happened to us doesn't happen to you.
Our portable charger didn't even work, and my phone died. So I was prepared, but then I wasn't prepared for my portable charger not working. So yeah, definitely like forward the confirmation emails, like the QR codes, just
everything, whatever it is, just forward it in case whoever has it, just to be safe.
And on top of that, I'll print things too, just to make sure my vacation is not ruined, because we almost didn't see like the Museum of Natural History, not something Ernie wanted to do. So we had to like fight to get in. So just be prepared. Yes. If you're planning to take the subway when you're visiting New York, we got the Omni Pass. So one misconception we had is when we came home, we saw all these extra charges and we were like, what's going on? So I called customer service center. So we got the Omni Pass. So what you do, you don't have to download an app. You just create an account on their website, and then you link like a credit or debit card to the account, and then you scan the card or your phone each time that you use a subway. So the receptionist at our hotel told us about the Omni Pass and was explaining it to us, because we were just planning on getting the unlimited subway pass for like $33 or so. So we're like, okay, $66 for a week, that's not bad. But we learned about the Omni Pass, so we just got one Omni Pass, so Ernie and I shared it. But the misconception was, so we were told from Monday through Sunday, if you take 12 subway trips, anything after that is free. So, you know, Ernie and I are going, we thought, okay, like 2 like per subway ride, we're gonna rack up all these like free trips. That was not the case. So they go based on the timestamp. So if they kind of see you're sharing with someone, they're going to charge that. So basically it's really counting one person. So all this time when we're taking like the wrong subway or just like going somewhere because we thought it was like a free ride, it was not. So it ended up being like $88 extra, I think, or 88 total, because the fare cap is supposed to be $33. So it wasn't really like counting as many free rides as we thought. I mean, $88 for a whole week isn't bad at all, when like one Lyft ride out there is like $30. But you know, that was gonna be cheaper, so definitely look into that. Also too, we learned that if you try to share the unlimited subway pass and it only goes by the timestamp, and the receptionist told us like you would have to wait like 20 to 30 minutes to have it work again. So it's just best to have everyone get their own to maximize these savings and not pay extra. It was a little misleading, it was a little confusing, but if you get your own, you won't pay more than $33 from that cap. So again, it goes from Monday through Sunday. So definitely look into it, definitely keep that in mind. Taking the subway is really quick and easy for us. Just trying to find a subway station or going the right way is probably like the most trickiest part, to be honest. But I'll let Ernie talk more about that, because he was like better at like finding his way through the right subway. So take it away, Ernie.
One thing that was actually helpful was knowing if you're going uptown or downtown, because if you don't know which way you're going, then obviously you're gonna get lost. It took us a couple of tries and a couple of rides, but finally, once you go to the subway, it actually does tell you like, oh, uptown, Bronx, Manhattan, whatever. So keep that in mind. Subways are kind of confusing. Helpful if you could, I would take the one. That was easy to navigate.
Oh yeah.
Again, the app that I mentioned was city mapper. That's actually super helpful, as well as your Google Maps, Apple Maps.
I didn't like Google Maps. I got lost.
Yeah.
It kept rerouting. I'm like, what? And then it said like, oh, go this subway. I was like, oh my gosh. I felt like majority of our time was trying to find the right subway, or like it kept like rerouting and it said like we're going the wrong way. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm done. Like we got lost in Brooklyn, like pretty bad.
Yeah, sometimes you'll end up at a stop and you just have no idea where you're at, and just be careful. But yes, a huge tip would be downtown or uptown. If you know which way you're going, that'll save you a lot of time, money, and most importantly, safety.
Yeah, because honestly, like we just saw like the subway, we're like, oh, here it is, and we weren't reading it, because when you enter a subway, you can see on the other side, so like a subway's going this way or that way, so sometimes you have to be on the other side and then you have to pay again. So we spent a lot more on ride fare than we had planned. And then also too, if you are planning to visit Brooklyn, so we just walked the whole Brooklyn Bridge, which was 23 minutes.
It's a good experience.
No, it was nice, but then we went for like the Dumbo, like Manhattan Bridge, like little like photo opportunity there that I found like on Instagram. And we're just like taking the subway, and then Arian goes, we're going to Brooklyn. I was like, what? And that was like our last day. And I guess the subway does go to Brooklyn, but on my Google Maps, it didn't tell me we could take a subway. But I like the opportunity walking the Brooklyn Bridge, but just keep that in mind. Also too, they do have like really cheap souvenirs amongst the Brooklyn Bridge. So that was really cool. Got my hat here for $5 on our last day.
Hey everyone, we're just editing the video right now, and there's one thing we forgot to mention. We're not sure if it's because COVID, but all the restaurants and food places that we stayed in the Chelsea area, they close kind of early. I'd say around 10. And you know, New York's known as the city that never sleeps, but I guess you gotta snooze sometimes. But just be aware about the surrounding areas to see what time they close, especially if you're out partying, going to bars, and you know, you get hungry. Again, I don't know if it's because of that, but a lot of the places that we stayed at or were around, they kind of close a little early, so just be mindful of that as well.
So if you're planning a trip to New York, definitely research which area would be best for you. See what's around that area and what you and your traveling group want to do, or if it's just yourself or a significant other. Try to like plan around that and then choose the best location that's going to be more centrally located to your traveling needs. So to like view the menus at the food places around, and then if you want to see like more monuments and landmarks, I definitely recommend the City Pass. Also to remember to not buy it at first, and they'll send you an email like, hey, you left this in your cart, and you'll get a little discount there. So I hope this video was helpful. Like I mentioned, I'll list the itinerary down below on what we did, and if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down below. Also, let's give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to turn on notifications. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and we'll see you all in my upcoming video. Bye everyone.